Thank you for joining us. I'm Naiba Reynoso. Ahead, expanding access to COVID vaccine in a hard-hit area. Plus, a major museum reopens with a visual feast. And a beloved bookstore keeps building community with a little help from a friend. But first, the LA Found program was created 3 years ago to help locate individuals with dementia, autism, and other disabilities who wander. Meet Kate Movius. Her son Aiden has a history of wandering, but thanks to this life-saving technology, she rests a little easier.
Several years back, Aiden had already, by then, had a few encounters with our local PD, all for the same reason, which is that he had eloped or gone missing. He came down this way, and down the hill, and down onto York. He was out for a long time. You know, the dispatcher said to me when I called 911, I said, my son is missing, he's autistic. And they said, well, that does match the description of a juvenile we picked up. They've been taken to a local hospital, and I can't share with you any further information. Even as well prepared as we were, you know, the house was always on lockdown. We had been working on these issues with Aiden for years. We had visual aids. Even so, this happened. They are literally hyposensitive instead of being. Since he went missing, I'm able to talk to first responders about my personal experience with that, especially with somebody who is low verbal, because it makes their job a lot harder, and it's very hard to use your training as an officer in situations with those who are developmentally disabled. The person goes missing once, and you sort of hope that it won't happen again. And it does. And you're kind of living in crisis all the time. It's very hard to accept that your loved one is going to need more help, and that you are going to need more help. And what's so great about Project Lifesaver is that you're bringing in a community. You're not just going it alone. And I think so many families of people with Alzheimer's, dementia, and autism feel very alone. They're very isolated. Yeah. The officers came over, the deputies came over, and they put this on your wrist. And Aiden, you were so good about it. What Project Lifesaver does is it organizes the process, and it takes it out of that crisis response and thinking, and it gives you a protocol to follow. And should he go missing, I know exactly what to do.
Opening schools safely has been a priority for the Board of Supervisors. Superintendent DEBRA and Supervisor KATHRYN BARGER explain how it's going to happen.
Today is an amazing day. It's so exciting. We're visiting one of our school campuses, witnessing how prepared they are for bringing students back to school for in-person instruction. So it's really exciting.
Families have been waiting for this since schools closed a year ago. School closures have had a significant impact on the well-being of our students, so being in the red tier really is an opportunity for us to safely get our kids back into the classroom.
So schools are already prepared. They've been working on getting prepared since we closed down almost a year ago. They have safety plans in place. They have the equipment that they need. They have the masks. They have the disinfectants. They have the air filtration systems. They've worked closely with the Department of Public Health. Teachers have been trained. Parents have been informed. They've been working for a really long time, so it's really exciting to see just how prepared they are to make sure that when we open our doors for everybody to come back physically, everyone will be safe.
Los Angeles County is finally moving into the less restrictive orange tier, thanks in part to a massive vaccination effort. Supervisor HILDA SOLIS visited one new site in the city of Bell, part of a focused push to improve vaccination rates in the hard-hit communities of Southeast LA.
We're in the city of Bell today, and we're actually launching the first Southeast LA collaborative vaccination center that's going to be available for all the 7 and 8 cities that surround the city of Bell. So access is very critical. You don't have to go through My Turn. You can call a phone number here at the city of Bell to set up an appointment by telephone. And that's going to create better access for this hard-pressed community who many residents don't have internet or have transportation. They can come here easily. You don't have to come in a car, you can walk up.
Well, this is a collaboration with Supervisor Solis. And the reason why we're doing this is because the Southeast cities have a low uptick in terms of getting vaccinated, some of the worst rates across the county, and it's because of access. If you don't have money and you don't have insurance, and you do not have to worry about citizenship issues, just come and we will help you regardless of what your situation is, especially those individuals that are living here in the Southeast sections of Los Angeles County.
I feel positive. I feel positive about the vaccine. I think that more people will eventually start to, when they see, places like this in the community, it will draw hopefully more people in the community to want to come and get vaccinated as well. Eventually, it will help slow the spread of the virus. That is the hope. And more people will feel safer. So it'll be a good thing.
I'm just so happy that all Southeast LA communities came together. It can be done. And when we're united, we will not be divided.
Come on down and get your shot at the fair. Kaiser Permanente has opened a walk-in vaccination clinic at the Antelope Valley Fairgrounds. For one local resident, it's one step closer to a night at the movies.
Today we're at the Antelope Valley Fairgrounds where we're doing a big vaccination site so that we can immunize as many in the community as possible against COVID-19. We're having a walk-in vaccination clinic and people will come in, they will actually park out in our parking area. From there they walk in, we have them go to individual pods, they will register for the vaccine, they get the vaccination, they then do a 15-minute observation time and everything goes well, they are able to then just leave and proceed home.
Just came in to get my first vaccine. I have some underlying conditions and was waiting for the opportunity, and as soon as it became available, I jumped at it. Very, very simple, very easy, no waiting. I just pulled right up, came right in line. No DMV experience. And I just want to be safe. I want to keep my family safe.
But a lot of people have said, oh, it's going to hurt, your arm is going to be out of whack. So far, so good, Take the shot so we can get out of this. I want to go to a movie theater. I want to go out to dinner. It's very simple. Make your appointment and take the shot. It's free.
Events like this in the community are vitally important to get back to any sense of normalcy. So we have to get as many people in the community vaccinated as possible, and we're trying to assist in that process here in our vaccination site.
After a year of being closed to the public, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art has finally reopened its galleries with 6 new exhibits spanning painting, sculpture, and video, and some big improvements to keep you safe. Let's take a look.
Our whole DNA is organized to offer art to people. And when you can't do that for so long, it hurts. Since we announced our reopening, I've received text and messages from around the world. I can tell you the artists whose work haven't been seen are also extremely excited because some of them have had work on view for a year that no one has seen. There's 100,000 square feet of galleries open and ready for visitors. So we have 6 new exhibitions on view. This Nara exhibition, Yoshitomo Nara exhibition, was ready to open a few weeks after we were closed. No one's seen it. We have an exhibition of the work of Vera Luther, a German artist working in New York who lived as artist in residence on and off for 3 years at LACMA, and so the fruits of that project are on view. We have recent acquisitions on view. And we have an exhibition with the organizing idea of ventriloquism, the idea of throwing voices, because the museum is a kind of ventriloquist as it speaks through objects. We have a Bill Viola a video immersive exhibition that's on view, and we have an incredible exhibition of a Los Angeles artist, Colleen Smith, which involves video installation, wallpaper, a sculpture, so it's really fantastic. One of the things about museums is how safe they are as indoor spaces given the challenges of the pandemic. Museums are naturally touchless. We've enhanced that. Now you can't even open a bathroom door because we've installed touchless openers. So the touchless has gone to an entirely new level. And so we think we have maybe the safest environment. I mean, art is so essential to so many people's lives. And I think losing out on that, to be in the presence of works. I mean, people who have come into the galleries just to work on our staff who haven't seen art in such a long time are practically in tears to see these real objects in real space. It's extremely emotional. Art is a way to heal.
Where's the heart of the community? The local bookstore, of course. After being forced to close its doors, a grant from the LA County Department of Arts and Culture has allowed Tia Chucha's bookstore to stay open and build connections in new ways.
My name is Michael Centeno. I'm the executive director for Tia Chucha Centro Cultural in Silmar, California. Silmar was a neighborhood that was deeply impacted by COVID-19 in LA County. Our bookstore, people couldn't come in to shop, having to close our doors and not able to gather in our space. We weren't able to do, most of what we do is in-person activities.
The pandemic has been such an impact that we have been trying to figure out new ways to build community and to remain connected to the youth and the families that have for so long been coming to Tia Chucha's.
LA County COVID-19 Arts Relief Fund was a huge support for our organization.
It allowed us to keep on all of our staff continuously, putting us in a position to even keep our part-time staff. We have gone virtual, so we usually have our teaching artists log on virtually and connect to the students in that way.
We're just very grateful to have been able to receive this funding. It really has been beneficial and crucial to keep our organization going, along with other support in the time when with so much uncertainty, there's just a big importance of the arts in our community.
Meet Markeisha Henderson, a public health specialist at the COVID-19 call center. If you have questions, she has the answers. But her biggest impact may be just offering a listening ear in troubled times.
Hi, my name is Markeisha Henderson. I'm with the LA County Department of Public Health, and I'm a public health specialist specializing in health education. COVID-19 has impacted our work. Our office, since the pandemic, moved from our normal task into the LA County Department of Public Health COVID-19 Information Call Center. We provide information and resources to the community regarding where to get tested, what they should do regarding isolation and quarantine, get back in contact with their contact tracers or contact interviewers, and also just to provide general resources to help support them during this time. Being there as a listening ear, but also helping to clarify any misconceptions around our COVID-19 response and what it is that they can do to help protect themselves and slow the curve. I've been fortunate enough to be able to work from home, so this is where I live. It's been interesting adjusting to living and working in the same space. I would say the cool factor about the job is that you get to see firsthand how our community is being impacted by the pandemic, but also being able to be that first line to help them get connected to resources.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.